This video has been made possible by EA GameChangers.
Don't take it personal, I ain't lying, I ain't hiding, I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are back at the channel with another speed build, and this time I'm actually creating a house with the new stuff pack Nifty Knitting. So EA was so very graceful to provide me a early access copy. So thank you EA GameChangers, of course, for giving me one so that I could give my honest opinion about this pack. So I'm building an entire house with it. This is gonna be a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. Not as large as you would think it would be. We are building on a 30 by 40, but this lot has actually a lot of landscaping and not that much house in it. So I'm definitely creating a grandparents cottage. I really wanted to do something for, for the grandparents, for in the game because there isn't that much for them to do, and because we now have the Nifty Knitting stuff pack, our grannies can finally knit, which is so much fun. I have played with it a little bit before I started building, just so that I knew what items they used, and it's not that hard. They just need a basket with yarns of wool in it. You need to put that in your inventory and your sim can start knitting, which is really nice. So the knitting, I think is really fun to do. It was definitely not my first choice for stuff pack because this is a community pack. This is what we all voted for, although I did vote for the spooky stuff pack with like the Grim Reaper career in it and such, and ghosts and haunted houses. That was more my preference because I just like dark and scary things in general. I am a big fan of everything horror movies and such. So that was my pick. Kind of bummed out that we've gotten this Nifty Knitting, the Nifty Knitting pack, to be honest. But I do like the aesthetic, the style, the colors in there. They are really fun and vibrant. And I also find that the items that they gave us really fit well with previous packs. So it fits well with the Eco Living pack and also with the Tiny Living. Oh, it was Eco Lifestyle pack and Tiny Living stuff pack. I do feel that color choices and wood tones and such really go well with those packs. So I love that they integrated that and made packs really combine nicely. But other than that, this is a knitting pack. So you're gonna hate it or you're gonna love it. But I think a lot of people are gonna like it because the majority of the votes did win this, and I am stoked that our elderly people now have something to do. But it's not only for elderly people. Knitting is for everyone. I've knitted back in the day when I had a little bit more time and I was looking for a hobby. I also did like knitting and such, which was fun, but a little bit too time consuming for my taste. I do have all my knitting equipment in my home because you never know if I will take it up again. I'm that person. Sometimes I knit, sometimes I paint, sometimes I make a video for YouTube. I am really all over the place when it comes to my hobbies and interests, which is a good thing. So this it's not a tiny home, Mona. This cottage, I really wanted to go for a very traditional, old school kind of vibe. I definitely wanted the house to feel like, grandparents live here, and they have grandchildren. That is also a big part of this family life for me. So this elderly couple does have grandchildren, and that's why they have a 2-bedroom home, because there's actually a spare bedroom upstairs where the grandchildren can sleep. So it is set up as a boys' bedroom. So I think they have like a a boy as a grandchild, and you know, maybe every other weekend he comes to sleep with mommy, with the grandparents, and then mommy and daddy can have fun time or something like that. I also add in a swing set at the front of the house. At the very end of the video, we had like a little bit of space there in the corner, and I would thought, you know, why not a swing set? Maybe the grandparents installed a swing set for the grandchildren, or maybe it's the swing set that originally was from one of the kids. Maybe this house was the house that they always lived in, and growing up, you know, they kept the house, but they just I don't know, downsized or something, or we just got rid of all the children's stuff, but not the swing set. You know, you never know how your story is gonna go. But for me, this definitely felt like a grandparent's home. So here, actually starting with the Nifty Knitting items, and I have a few favorites in this pack. So I love all the hanging plants. They are amazing. I love that they came in multiple wall heights. I wish that they would implement such things for windows and doors as well. But very happy that they did it with the hanging plants. Love them. I'm using them everywhere. And I do have to say, I think that is an item that I will be using in a lot of builds, either traditional or modern. You can fit them in everywhere. And so that's definitely a favorite. What I also love is the new mailbox. We have gotten a few mailbox with knitted stuff on there, which is so much fun. I was wanting a new mailbox for quite a while now. Yes, this is a very specific mailbox, not something that you would use in a lot of houses, but it's definitely something different, and I like it. So I'm very happy with the mailbox. And what I also really like is Yarny. Oh my gosh, we have multiple colored Yarnies in the game. It is a debug item. Like a lot of items that I'm using are all debug items. Your sim actually needs to knit them. But if you download this house, yes, it already have all the knitted items. If you don't like that, just delete the items, knit them yourself and place them back. I don't know how you want to do it, but I just found it was very fun to have, all the knitted items displayed throughout this entire house. I really wanted to use all the items, and I think I've used every single item in there. Not all the items in different colors, but from each category or each item, like the Yarny and the turtle. Is it a turtle? I think it's a turtle in there. And then the penguin. I definitely tried to use it once with one color variants, but I do repeat a few items here and there. But yeah, I definitely love Yarny. I love the teddy bears. Oh my gosh, the teddy bears are so cute. I see my grannies knitting them for the grandchildren, giving them as presents, maybe for Christmas time, knitting them sweaters and such. It's gonna be so much fun to have a little bit of gameplay for my elderly and not just kill them off like right away. No, I'm gonna make them do stuff before they actually die, which is fun. So I also decided to add in a small pond here in the front of the house, just to give that really kind of countryside vibe. Yes, I am setting this up in a suburban. We are in Willow Creek, but I found that the aesthetic of Willow Creek fitted in the best with what I was going for. I mean, to be fair, I think the Outer Retreat world would have looked best with this house, but that's a vacation destination, and I think Windenburg would also look really nice for this home, but I decided on Willow Creek. I don't know why. We're in Willow Creek. But you can always move it to Windenburg if you want to. But I think it looks really cute here as well. So here, starting with the living room. So I did the floor plan off camera. It's a really, really simple floor plan. Just your hallway, kitchen, living off of the side to the right. And then to the left, we have a little greenhouse, which is not used as a greenhouse. It's used as the knitting Atelier. So it's a place where the grandparents love to knit, read books. They have a few plants in there, so maybe they have a few plants that they are nourishing in that area. But it's definitely a hobby room. Maybe in the earlier days they were more into gardening and such, but gardening, it can be a little bit straining, and now they're knitting or something like that. So I really had a little bit of difficulty furnishing this living room. It's very long and narrow, and I felt that I really needed to have the fireplace in the middle of the room, but it made it a bit hard to compartmentalize different areas, because this is a more of a older home. Old houses really have their different functioned rooms and such, and the living room was actually kind of open to dining and such. So I had a little bit of trouble to make it look nice and cozy. So what I actually ended up doing is just shoving in as much clutter and detail as I possibly could to make it look cozy and fun. But in the end, I do like it. I did forget to add in curtains, but there will be curtains when you download this from the gallery on the lower level. Just so that you won't see the curtains placing in the video, but it will have curtains in the living room section, because it just softens up the area and makes it even more cozier than it is. And then for color palette, as you can see, I did go with this vibrant color that came with the pack. The stuff pack really inspired me to build more colorful. As you all know, I'm a black, white, and gray girl, but for this pack, I felt black, white, and gray just wouldn't cut it. So I'm going with vibrant colors everywhere, really trying to mix and matching all the colors. So all the teals, the purples, the pinks, the oranges. I really try to make it come together, and in the end, I love the color palette a lot. It definitely looks really nice in the hobby / greenhouse area with the island living wooden wallpaper, that bluish color or bluish greenish color. I don't know what color it is, but it's a really nice color and it complements everything. It makes it come to life. So love that. And also a favorite thing of mine that came with this pack is the door. So the door has a little planter on the front, and it comes in this really nice range of pastels. This entire pack is a pastel heaven, if you ask me. And I actually really love pastel colors. I do, but I'm just not that adventurous in placing them in my real life house. But what I did do, or what I'm planning to do, I've actually been looking into it, is I actually wanted to paint my garden shed door in a really pretty pastel color. So the color of the door that I'm using for this house is actually the pastel color that I want to use for my garden shed. So that also made me very happy, because that's the exact shade that I want, that I've been looking for. Really hard to actually find that kind of greenish color there. So I'm probably just gonna take a picture of that door, and I'm gonna take it to the paint shop, and I'm gonna say, like, this is the color that I want for my door, make it happen, or something like that. But yeah, loved that door. I am gonna flip the door, because now the planter is on the inside. I'm gonna flip the door and make the little planter go on the outside. I just think it looks very cute. It gives it, the house a little bit of a curb appeal, or it enhances the curb appeal. So love that. So what I also love about this house is it has a very spacious kitchen. So it's not like a kitchen with an island or anything like that, but it still feels very spacious to me. I do wall off that section where we have the staircase leading up, so that we have our own separate little, hallway. I love houses with hallways. I don't like when a house opens up right into your living room. It's something that really, really annoys me if houses has those type of floor plans, and I do know those exist. I think a lot in America. I think I've talked about it as in a different video as well. But I like when you walk into a house that there's like a mudroom or a hallway where you can hang up your coat, put down your shoes, put down your keys, your handbag and such, and even has the entryway into your bathroom. I like those setups. I think that is a more of a European setup, but I like those. So I always try to implement those in my builds, and this house has it as well, which I'm really happy with. And I also love that I have a L-shaped staircase in the hallway as well. I always need a L-shaped staircase or some kind of modular staircase. I don't like doing normal staircases anymore since we've gotten the update. I don't know how you guys build, but yeah, a normal staircase is just not done for me. Although I do them because there's just, it doesn't really fit anywhere else, but I always try to make a little twist in there somewhere. So here, using up the kitchen, and I'm really trying again to implement all the Nifty Knitting items. So I'm trying to add in pots and plants and items that, probably Granny knitted in my storyline in for this build that I created and I played with a little bit. Granny is the knitter, and then the grandfather, he's actually a best-selling author, and he's living up his retirement and he's still writing. He's still writing and such, but, just for fun, just for himself. But grandma, she's the star right now. She's the star of this house, and she's been knitting up a storm for everyone. And I think she should probably like open up a store or something like that. Little hint for a upcoming video, by the way. Check it out probably tomorrow. But yeah. She probably needs to open up a store and sell her knitted goods, because she's unstoppable. So yeah, that's the little story what I'm playing with in this household right at this moment, just for playtesting, but it's also really fun. So here adding in more items. Yes, this family does have a cat. Cats are important and I always need some kind of animal in my household. And I actually did vote for the cat and dogs like onesies and items that you could knit. Sadly, none of the items made it in the pack, which I was really annoyed about because I just love playing with pets, and I know it's annoying if you buy this pack and you don't have cats and dogs and that's an item that you cannot use. But I just really feel that the cats and dogs need a little bit more love. Yes, they did have their own My First Pet Stuff pack, which was really nice. I love that pack. I don't care what anybody says. I love that pack. I stand by that pack because I really like the items and I like playing with the pets. But I just really wanted the onesies. Although I am happy that we've gotten baby onesies that we could knit. Really happy, although babies are still objects, so that's the thing. You can knit really nice things for them, but you can still just delete them if you get tired of them, which is a shame if you ask me. If babies were not objects, I would play with them because I'm really a family orientated player. Love playing with my toddlers, love playing with my kids, with my teens, with my adults. Elderly people, they don't really do much in my game. But maybe with the knitting, that would change. But yeah, and then of course babies. I just age them up like almost immediately. Maybe they will be a baby for like a day. Not even a day. I try to age them up into toddlers like right away. So yeah, if babies were not objects, I would play with them. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people are actually against doing something with the babies, which is fine. Everyone has their own opinion. My opinion is free the babies. Please free them. Because I just need to place my baby everywhere, set them on fire, everything that I could do in The Sims 3 with my baby, I would like to do in The Sims, and maybe even more. I would like to do more with them if possible. And I just miss strollers and such, the little things. I miss them. Anyways, here furnishing the hallway, I made like this little thingy where you can place your keys and your letters from the mailbox. I really like that little house thingy that you can place on the wall, that little shelf. I love it. It's really nice in every home. You can use it in traditional, in modern, which I'm definitely gonna do. So yeah, I like that a lot. And then here going through the house, adding in more clutter items. I added in a frame of maybe the grandchildren playing soccer or something like that. And then here going up into the second floor, I'm furnishing another bathroom. So downstairs we had like the main large bathroom. And then here upstairs, I'm gonna do a tiny bathroom with also a laundry area. I am gonna separate it, which you will see. So we're gonna have like laundry up front. Here I'm moving everything to the left, and then here we have a tiny bathroom on the back end of the laundry. I just thought that would make sense because we are working with a elderly couple here, and I don't think they would like to go downstairs to the bathroom every single night, like I did in my old house. It still haunts me every time I think about that house. It's like the most annoying thing that I did is going through my entire house to go to the bathroom. So when I was upstairs and I had the bedroom the furthest away, I needed to cross the entire hallway, 2 bedrooms, downstairs, living room, kitchen, hallway, bathroom. By the time I was downstairs in my bathroom, I probably already peed. It definitely happened a few times when I was pregnant. So I hate that. And I love in this house that I'm living right now, I have 2 bathrooms, one upstairs, one downstairs. I could not recommend it more. If you buy a house, make sure there's a bathroom upstairs. Especially here in the part of Belgium where I live, it's really common to just have a bathroom downstairs and not upstairs, which just doesn't make sense for me. Anyways, here starting with the master bedroom. So for the master bedroom, I do switch up the colors a little bit. We are using a bed from, I think, Eco Living. I really thought that we would get a bed. I don't know why, because I know there wasn't a bed in the concept pictures, if I'm correct. But somewhere in my mind, I thought that we would getting a bed and that we were able to knit bed blankets for it. That is something that I was thinking about, but it's not in there. So it's just my mind, making up things that I would have liked in the pack, because I really was sure that there was a bed. But there's no bed, there are no blankets that I can knit, not that I'm aware of. Maybe there is, maybe I looked over it, but yeah. But anyways, I'm going with the eco lifestyle bed, and then I'm going with a more of a kind of darker palette here at the end. I'm going for like teals and blues throughout the entire house. But for the bedroom, I wanted to break it, go with like this, what is that color actually? Orange, pinky red, I don't know, but it looks really nice. I love it. I also place multiple plants in there, and then here I'm just looking for some artwork going on that back wall. It was a little bit bland and boring, and I'm looking for something to place there. And then I found these borges plates that you can hang on the wall, and they were so nice, a little bit too fancy for the washing room or the laundry room. I decided to place them in the hallway. They felt like hallway material, so I placed them there. And then here, starting with the final bedroom, we also need to finalize the backyard and the front yard. So we're not done with landscaping, but this is the final room that we're furnishing, and this is the grandchildren's bedroom. So I do set it up for a boy. I think they have a boy. I actually haven't made the grandchild yet for this for this household, but yeah, I think it's a boy. I envisioned a boy that loves to play soccer, because I placed that soccer frame downstairs in the living room. So it's a soccer playing boy who loves to play. I don't know. I didn't really think this one through. To be fair, I did made it like he was recently there. There are a few projects that I did for school that are still lying around. I added in some toys and such. And yeah, I tried to make it look like an actual kid has used this bedroom. So it's not like a still guest bedroom that never gets used. No, this one gets used, and he probably spends a lot of time at his grandparents' house. That is what I was going for. Of course, I needed to add in another Yarny. I'm Yarny obsessed, you guys. For the second build that I'm doing with this pack, I'm also using lots and lots of Yarnies. I just love the game Unraveled. If you haven't played it, it's so much fun. I love the storyline. I've actually was talking about it to my daughter like yesterday because she was like, what is that weird little puppet there? And I'm like, that's Yarny. Don't you know Yarny? So I definitely need to educate her and maybe let her play the game. Because I only have one, but yeah, definitely gonna let her play it because I know she's gonna love that gameplay as much as I do. So here, starting with the backyard or finishing off the backyard, I really didn't like how that looked. I decided just do a lush kind of, you know, overgrown kind of garden area here with lots of plants, flowers, bushes, and such. And you know, make it really simple. The half circle just made no sense. It's visually wasn't pleasing, so I'm just changing that up a little bit. And then on the side I did like a community area, so that's not actually a part of the house. That is an area that everyone can use that walks by, so you can sit there. There's a park bench, there's a oh my gosh, how do you call that thing? A bin. There's a bin. And I also add in some planters and such. And then here at the front of the house, I'm adding in a few more plants, bushes and flowers, and also that swing set that I talked about. I'm placing that right here because it just looked too open and bare and I needed something there. It just kind of annoyed me that there was just grass there and nothing else. I like to landscape everything in. So that is what I'm doing right here, and then adding in a swing set, and then we are done with the build. So I'm hoping that you all enjoyed the build here. I'm just playing around with, you know, what I want to do there, but you know, just terrain paint and that's it. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed the build. Let me know, of course, in the comments down below what you thought about the build, what you are gonna do with the pack. Are you gonna get the pack? First of all, you know, let me know all of that down below. So if you want to download this, just go to the gallery under my Origin LoveSimplySim. You can grab it there. I will also provide a link to the gallery in the description of the video if I won't forget it, so that you just can click on it, get it then, and put it in your game and play with it. And yeah, that's basically it, you all. I'm hoping that you enjoyed the video. Leave your likes, comments, and suggestions all down below, of course. And if this is the first video that you're seeing from me and you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you know, you would never ever miss a video of mine. So that's it, you all. Hopefully you're gonna have a awesome Monday, or you know, whatever day you're watching this, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.